Well, you know what? Today is a day of new beginnings. First of all, just by way of introduction, my name is Louis McElwain, and I get the honor and the privilege of being the host of this maiden journey that we are getting ready to take you guys on. Now, the name of this maiden journey is called Fuel. And just in case you want to know what that stands for, FUEL stands for finance, unity, empowerment, and legacy. And I get to be the benefactor of the opinions, the ideas, and the perspectives of my three special friends who are here with us each and every time that we broadcast. And I'm just so excited that as we go and delve into the world of financial preparedness and financial empowerment, and financial prosperity, that we are taking with us the value knowledge that are coming from these three individuals. So we are going to fuel our way forward into a new and expanding territory in which we pray that we are bringing a unique perspective to the financial game plan and landscape. And so without further ado, I just want to introduce those who are going to be going along this journey with me. So I'm starting with Dr. Jackie Moore, and then we also have Sonia Williams, and also Dennis Sawyer. And in that same order, I'd like for each of you all to just give us just a brief, and I mean very brief, introduction in your own way so that our audience knows who they're going to be dealing with going forward.
Thank you, Mac, for that rousing intro.
and the please here.
And I, for one, am glad to be here and part of this panel. I hope you enjoy all of us, but you will learn from all of us. So a little bit about me. I am the doctor in the house. And as it goes, we always think that that doctor in the house has all the knowledge. But guess what? I found out that I didn't have an understanding of my financial literacy. And it was important to me to move forward so that I could do what? Set up a legacy for my family. Thus, we have the word finance and legacy together. But where's unity? As a people, we are looking at uniting, and as a concept of how to build our finances, we are uniting. And we are here to empower you with that knowledge. It was kind of hurtful that as I went through all of the trainings and schools that I didn't get any financial education, but it is out there, and it is out there for us to grasp just like anybody else. It is not something that we can't handle. We just need to know what it is and how to apply it, and that's why we're here. So glad you are with us and follow us as we go through. That's me, the doctor in the house.
We love having the doctor in the house. Sonia?
Yes, good morning, Mac. Thank you for a wonderful introduction. I'm happy to share, happy to be here. I am a former special education teacher. I taught for 18 years in the classroom, and now I am turned financial empowerment coach. I self-titled that for myself because when I began to share financial literacy with my family and friends, half the stuff that I was sharing with them, they had never heard of. And so I'm so happy that I've empowered them. I'm happy about Fuel. It's an opportunity for us to collaborate, conversate, and create change. I'm talking about fueling our thoughts, fueling our dreams, fueling our hopes, our relationships, fueling our future, and fueling you, Mac, and me too.
All right. I like that. Go ahead, Dennis.
All right. Thank you, everyone, and good morning, Mac, Dr. Jackie, Sonia Williams. My name is Dennis Sawyer. I have a short but long story. I was raised in Philadelphia. I lived in the projects. If you know anything about projects, you know it's a tough place to live. But actually, we used to get together and sell things all the time. We built a go-kart. We sell, make money, and that put a little seed in my mind. And as I grew up and I watched my mother and my father always selling something from jewelry to um, whatever. I don't remember everything, but I remember my mother used to drag me to network events all the time. So I went through college and I won a scholarship to high school. I went to college, went to Howard University, and my need and for education was really put in me by my parents. But financial education was a weirder thing, you know. So when I got out and I got my first job, I made money and I blew it as fast as I could. What does that mean? You know, I had the sneakers, I had the TVs, I had the stereos, but something else
Mm-hmm.
came across my desk one day and it was retirement. And, I'm 25 and somebody sending me something about retirement. And I said, no. I don't want to know about retirement. I'm too busy trying to enjoy life. I just got my first job. I want to make some money. I want to do some things. But through time and when that plane crashed into that building in New York, it changed everything for me. And I realized how important finances were. I pretty much lost everything. Just imagine losing $20 and what pains you go through to find that $20. You pick up the dog, you pick up the carpet, you go to the bathroom and tear things. You know it wasn't in the bathroom, but you look in the washing machine, you look in the dryer, everywhere. So imagine losing your entire retirement plan. So me, I'm here to fuel the future of my family, my generations, and leave a legacy that I can be proud of and help people leave a legacy that they can be proud of too, guys. Thank you.
Wow, that was fabulous. And guess what? He actually did it within the proper time parameters. I congratulate you, sir. Well, job well done.
That's not my normal. I love to talk.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, this being our very first time officially getting together and thinking about the current climate in our world, where we're dealing with a lot of social issues that are in the news. We're dealing with, of course, the ramifications of COVID 19. All of these things have made a dent in the way that we live today. And of course, relevant to this conversation, it has definitely affected economics worldwide. And so I think it's apropos that as our very first topic, we're literally talking about fueling the next generation. And what I want to do before we actually sign off for this edition is to hear from you guys what that means and how we should address it. So, in no particular order, I'm just going to have you guys go for it and let's just talk about it. Fueling the next generation.
Wow. I want to start, but I say beauty before age. So I can't go first. So, ladies, would you mind going first? Anyone?
Sonia,
Jackie?
Jeff.
I'll go.
Oh, everybody's being shy. So I'll go first. When I look at my own grandbaby and I realize that they face a different future than we did. Every generation is supposed to or expected to do better than the generation before, but that's not going to happen now. My parents did better than my grandparents. I did better than my parents, but my daughter is having trouble. COVID has made it a very hard situation to find a job that pays the bills, and then becomes daddy. So I am daddy. So that means I have to worry about not only my finances, but the finances of my child. And this is why I want to fuel her future. So I am always on the lookout for something that will help her. And you know what? When you sit down and you think about it, she's no different than any other child or daughter or son that we have. We always need to think how to keep them out of trouble, how to keep them safe, how to have them live the life that we live. And in my travels, I've traveled around the world, and I've been able to take my daughter and my granddaughter with me. Matter of fact, the three of us on this line, just in September, we were in Israel, just to throw that out there. And I was able to take my granddaughter at 2 years old, and very few adults have been around the world. I'm just trying to open up her mind. And I think that's what we're all about. Ladies?
So as I have a niece who I watch as she struggles, not that we want to start out with the concept of struggle, but COVID has made the struggle alive for so many of us. And as she struggles, the learning part for her is the fact that emergencies come up. And are we prepared for those emergencies? What type of fuel are we providing for ourselves to allow us to be prepared for the emergency? Because by the very nature of that word, you don't know when the next emergency is coming. And so, hence the need to understand the concepts, the need to understand how to plan your future for your future. So I think that that is really paramount to think about as we go on, and not just look at what's happening today, because particularly with COVID, we do not know when that end is coming. We don't know how long we'll be in this. So take the time to build and develop and learn here.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I'm telling you, this is a powerful topic, fueling the next generation. And, you know, what I think about is I'm looking at my own children, and I think about the savings habits, right? Right now, they say that our next generation, you know, the millennials and Generation Z and all of them, they're not saving enough, and they're not thinking about their retirements. They spend a lot of money, you know, they have this mentality of instant gratification. They want what they want when they want it. They're not willing to wait. But we know that as a responsibility as parents, as, you know, guardians, we have to provide them the information they need to become what I call wise savers rather than frivolous spenders. You know, I look at my daughter every week. She's got a package coming from Amazon, you know, to the door, and I'm saying, Angela, oh, look, I done told her age. I done said her name. That's okay. I said, you know, you spend a lot of money, you know, but those are material things. You really have to invest in your future. Our children, our next generation, they need to invest in their futures of what it is that, how, you know, what type of life they want to live, you know, and you know, I had a conversation recently again with my children, and my daughter said, Mom, I want to save up $10,000 in the next 2 months. I said, wow, now you're talking, you know. I said, you've got to make a plan, you know, you have a goal, now make a plan and then take that action, right, Jackie?
Make a plan, exactly.
Yes, and so they want to learn. We just got to give them the information, and like you said, fueling our future. Thank you.
So can I add one more thing?
Absolutely.
So to piggyback on what Sonia was talking about, one of the concepts that I would like to leave you all with our audience with is pay yourself first. It's right in line with what her daughter wants to do. It's right in line with what I've been talking to my niece about. So here's how it works. We get a vocation or an education, we get a job, and then we accumulate bills. not accumulate money, we accumulate bills. And then we are faced with, we need to pay those bills. And so we work very diligently to pay our bills. So, what I am suggesting is that the very first bill that you pay has your name on it. That is Bill Jackie, Bill Dennis, Bill Sonia, Bill Mac. And that's where your money goes first. And that we can call a savings account, but no, it is the bill that you were paying, because without you, none of this other stuff matters. And with it, the dream and the hope to save $10,000, a plan can be that you become the first bill you pay. And it doesn't have to be as much as the electric bill or the cable bill, but it has to be something, with the idea that it will increase, because those bills always increase. You increase the amount. So pay yourself first. I would like that fuel to be what you carry from this discussion.
You know, that's a excellent way for us to cap off, Dr. Jackie, and just keeping with the theme of this discussion, you guys have really fueled me personally, because normally I wouldn't go in this direction, but you know, I have my own testimony in what that fueling the next generation looks like. And believe it or not, you guys have actually been integral parts of that in helping me to do some work for my mother and even into my own financial situation. And so over the past few years, I have really thought differently about money, about what that means, how to, as you said, pay yourself first, how to make sure that not only are my wife and I taken care of, but that our generations that will come after us will also be equipped, not just with the resource itself, but with the understanding and knowledge of what the process is. And I think similar to doing a math equation, you can have an equation on the board. It doesn't mean that you know the answer like that, but if you understand the formula and the steps, you can always get to the right answer or solution. And I think that's what we're trying to achieve here with Fuel, to really make sure that financially we're set up, that we are united in doing this as a family, as a community, as a nation, and also to bring about that empowerment in which the consumer can now be knowledgeable about all things related to money and the uses of money, and also last but not least, to leave a legacy for generations to come. I want to thank you, Dr. Jackie. I want to thank you, Sonia. I want to thank you, Dennis, for just sharing your hearts with our audience. This is exciting because this is the first of many discussions that we're going to have. And I just want to say to our audience, stay with us, be encouraged by the information that's being shared, be empowered, be enlightened, and know that there is always hope. No matter the situation, there is an answer. I thank you again, guys, and have a great rest of the day.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Mack.
Oh, Dr. Mack, I love that. I love that. Call me who I really am. Speak it into my existence. I love that. Hey, guys, for real, I love you guys, and we'll talk real soon.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
All right, bye-bye now.
Bye.